Which straw hat is the most useful one? Well, you're about to find out because today I will rank all straw hats based on their usefulness. The Straw Hat Pirates are the main protagonists of the One Piece universe. Each come from a much different background and provide a unique asset that no other member of the group can fulfill. However, some responsibilities are much more essential than others, with crewmates showing various capacities to complete their duties. Certain characters are so essential that Luffy would have failed dozens of times over without them, whereas others are so inconsequential that they barely make a difference at all. Without further ado, let's begin. At the last place we have Brook. As the Straw Hats musician, it's little surprise that Brook is technically the least valuable member of the crew. He rarely contributes anything that would lead to the group's success, and even needed to be saved by Zoro at Thriller Bark. The only instances where Brook performed substantially was when retrieving a poneglyph rubbing at Whole Cake Island. He also prevented Orochi's personal guard from hunting down Nico Robin, though most combat-based Straw Hats could have performed even better. But we still love our musician Brook and enjoy his music. Next Straw Hat on the list is the one and only God Usopp. Until the conclusion of the Enies Lobby arc, Usopp didn't have a defined role. He served as the jack of all trades, performing odd jobs at less capacity than the crewmates that would replace him. Eventually, Usopp became the crew's official sniper. However, there have only been 2 instances where his actions had major implications, specifically against Sugar in Dressrosa and Perona in Thriller Bark. Regardless of his precision, Usopp has seldom been the deciding factor between the group's success and failure. He might be able to defeat lesser villains, though his combat skills are not particularly useful. Our next Straw Hat is the most recent one. We are talking about Jinbe. As a former warlord of the sea and formidable sun pirate, there is much to appreciate about Jinbe. He saved Luffy from prison at Whole Cake Island, prevented Akainu from murdering him at Marineford, and even helped with the escape from Impel Down. However, Jinbe was an extremely late addition to the crew, only officially joining before the Onigashima raid at Wano. As a result, he was absent for their most essential fights, and did not have a chance to grow alongside them. Jinbe might have had few contributions, though he made the most of his screen time. This could result in him being much higher on this list after some time. A lot of people will disagree with the next Straw Hat on the list, but I have to put our favorite cook on the number 7. Sanji is the weakest of the 3 primary Straw Hat fighters. Although this still puts him at a significant edge over the rest of the crew, his responsibilities as a chef are not exactly essential. Granted, his food is superb and boosts morale, although it has not been depicted giving them bodily enhancements despite what his time in Kamabaka Kingdom would suggest. Worse yet, Sanji refuses to fight women. This means that in many of the crew's most death-defying encounters, he'd let many of his opponents kill him rather than fight back. I love Sanji, but I think number 7 fits him well. Next Straw Hat on the list is our navigator Nami. As one of the crew's most long-standing members, Nami contributes in many ways. Her navigational skills are superior to virtually everyone on the high seas, and she's also able to control a powerful homie named Zeus. Let's be honest, without Nami, Luffy wouldn't have come this far in the Grand Line. Another underrated aspect of Nami's character is that she is usually wise and restrained. Given the many reckless pirates within the Straw Hats, she is an excellent and outspoken voice of reason. In many instances, Nami is the only person to discipline Luffy when he makes a careless choice. I know you didn't see this coming, but next Straw Hat on our list is Franky. Franky is the sole shipwright for the Straw Hat Pirates, meaning that he's responsible for repairing whatever damage it sustains. This gives him an indispensable role, as the New World has many treacherous enemies that could threaten the Thousand Sunny. Additionally, Franky is a superb fighter. He defeated multiple CP-9 agents, overwhelmed Sasaki's armored division, and even created a tank sturdy enough to survive Big Mom's wrath. In this regard, he is capable of protecting teammates and fighting enemies simultaneously. Next Straw Hat on our list is Chopper. You have to agree with this one. Chopper may be one of the crew's worst fighters, but his medical expertise is unrivaled. After the heroes fought against Aokiji, he saved Luffy and Robin from freezing to death. He proved similarly useful at the conclusion of the Fishman Island arc, when conducting a blood transfusion between his captain and Jinbe. In addition to his fieldwork, Chopper is also a medical genius. During the samurai's attack on Onigashima, he created a cure for the Ice Oni plague in a matter of minutes. Considering Queen's status as a high-ranking scientist, This suggests how incredible Chopper actually is. We made our way to our last 3 members of the crew. Let's begin with number 3. It's Zoro, of course. Although Zoro technically doesn't have a role in the crew beyond fighting, he performs his duties superbly. He was responsible for defeating the second most powerful enemies in almost every arc, from the tenacious Mr. One to the indomitable Pika. In Onigashima, Zoro proved what he was really capable of. When Kaido and Big Mom combined their strength for a deadly attack, he held the line and guaranteed Luffy's safety. Zoro may be gruff and standoffish, though few have demonstrated similar strength. Let's not forget famous Nothing Happens scene. Robin takes second place on our list. Robin is essential for Luffy to find One Piece. Classy and refined, Nico Robin adds sophistication to the Straw Hats. More importantly, her knowledge of poneglyphs makes her among the few people alive capable of finding Laugh Tale. As a result, she is highly desirable to cruise across the world, and was even made a target by the Marines. Robin is also a decent fighter. She defeated Yama at Skypiea and Black Maria at Onigashima, both formidable opponents with great physical strength. Further, she developed connections in the Revolutionary Army during the 2-year time skip. On the first place is our Captain Monkey D. Luffy. I mean, it's obvious, right? There are no Straw Hats without Luffy. Although Luffy is technically the captain of the Straw Hat Pirates, his primary role is fighting. In almost every arc, he pushes himself beyond his limits to defeat a sinister villain that no one else is able to. Whether Arlong or Kaido, this remains one of the series' few constants. Additionally, Luffy is naturally charismatic and great at obtaining allies. He has won the allegiance of several world government nations, which will prove invaluable in the battles ahead. Further, he keeps the crew together, usually preventing serious infighting and lifting their spirits in their darkest hours. Well, that concludes our list. Do you agree with my rankings? This is my personal opinion, but based on the facts that I provided about each member of the crew, I think that everyone's placement is reasonable. Feel free to leave your own list in the comments. I'm looking forward to see it. Also, don't forget to leave a like and subscribe to my channel for more interesting content. Thank you for watching Quiet Chronicles. Until next time, goodbye.